Universal Century 0079. As the one-year war rages on, mass production of Gundam mobile suits has begun. This awesome technology is now given to Federation pilots.
The power of a Gundam.
In the jungles of Southeast Asia, Ensign Shiro Amada commands a squad of these giant suits.
All units ambush formation.
Give it everything you got. Let's do it. This is getting fun now.
Meanwhile,
Zeon.
the Principality of Zeon is developing its own secret weapon. Opsimus, a ship with the power to destroy entire cities.
Gabrow's destroyed.
Its pilot, Aina Sahaline, forms the second half of an unlikely alliance.
Do you want to kill yourself? You're wanting to fight? Well, here it is!
As Zeon and Federation forces march towards oblivion, the secret love of two enemies may be mankind's only hope for peace.
Our forces will not be intimidated. Now do you see the vision?
Vision Gundam 8th MS Team premieres Monday, July 23rd at midnight. Dig in. Only Tsunami.
Perfect.
War is hell. We're talking about Gundam, guys, because obviously that is the only thing that is going to be talked about in terms of war being hell.
Not really. We could be talking about Metal Gear Solid. We never did Metal Gear Solid.
If we were to talk about Metal Gear Solid, I would have opened it up by saying, war has changed.
Nah.
Oh, wait. No, wait. No, wait. Wait, we're talking about Metal Gear Solid 5. So, well, let's just talk about an incomplete game for a second. No, talking about Gundam.
Yeah, we're talking about Gundam, the Vietnam-esque version of Gundam that is, that is 8th MS Team.
I'll say it for everybody. First of all, flee to the sun.
I wish that I honestly I don't know what scene you could put that in 8th MS Team. It's kind of hard.
Somebody did. Somebody did.
Somebody
did. It's somebody made a video that's on YouTube. Two song "Fortunate Son." They did put they showed the Gundams in the water. They showed everybody going through the mud. That one scene. They just show all like the really guerrilla stuff that was going on in the show, which is actually one of the most interesting things about 8th MS Team, man. Oh, and as always, Prime Gundam. How are you doing, sir?
Silence.
Oh, God.
Well, I do want to ask, before he gets back, I do want to ask y'all this question. So, throughout watching all of 8th MS Team Gundam, where do you think Bruce Springsteen's "Born in the USA" would fit in? Just name a scene that song would fit in.
I don't know, man. This wasn't like born. You gotta realize this is in Asia. It's
Southeast Asia.
Asia.
I know it's Southeast.
USA.
Look, it's Southeast Asia, but look, how many American rock songs played all over Southeast Asia during the Vietnam War?
I mean, but yeah, but I want to say "Born in the USA." Well, yeah, but no.
Oh, Prime, you back?
Testing.
Yeah,
talk?
Yeah, you're back. Oh, hey, Prime's here.
All right.
Shit.
All right, let's do that
Here
intro
we go.
one more time.
Let's try that one more time. Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen, the guy who gets hard when he sees a Gundam. Hold on. Has to be a model kit. What's the top model kit?
I don't know.
What's the top model kit?
You're being disingenuous to me because I get hard whenever I see the creases of any robot. So
you go.
There you go.
All right, cool.
There
There
you
you go. There you go.
There you
You're
go.
not a robo.
So-
You're not a roboist. I think that's what we call it. Like, then fuck you. You know
I'm
what
a
I mean?
robosexual. If given space and opportunity, I would.
Robot lives
Well,
matter, guys. Robot lives matter, right?
I don't care what
Like-
Space Hope says.
Why the fuck I just see Prime looking at a model kit of the Metal Gear Ray, and you just see him biting his lower lip.
That
With the
motherfucker had
sunglass-
thighs. The thighs.
with the like with he's biting his lower lip with the sunglasses on.
the,
Got
light,
an ass.
the light gleaming off of it and shit. Like, damn, he fiending for doing something stuff. But yeah, 8th MS team. I much like we talked about with War in the Pocket. I like it just because. I'm pretty sure plenty of people have said it before. When you do a Gundam series that isn't surrounded about new types and stuff, you actually can more or less get a good story out of it because it's not you don't get the new type Deus Ex Machina of it, like the I win button as I say all the time.
You don't.
To be that guy. So what do you mean? Like you can get a good story?
I say-
You can get. I mean, I wouldn't say. Because I love the new type shit, because that's like, one of the core themes of Gundam is that the evolution of humanity and connecting to each other on whole new stages and understanding each other deeply and truly.
Yeah.
So the new type, without new types, like that's missing a huge core chunk of the core themes of the franchise. But when you take the new type element out of it and you bring it back down to that the gritty war story that Tomino envisioned before Bandai said, hey, we can make some money off of this shit. I wouldn't say good. I been detonated with that. I would say you get like a different side of the war, which is why a lot of
yeah, exactly. I was just going to say that you really what Chris, I think you failed at trying to say was that it leans onto a different way where you're so used to, like I said, we're so used to, like you said, the I win button with the Deus Ex Machina when it comes to the new type. We're so used to that. We're so used to that flow of the story. It's fun to break away from it. The one thing that makes Gundam good is that you can do that.
Yeah.
You can make stories that are totally not even with the same space, the same universal timeline or anything. You can still make all the rest of that stuff.
Yeah, and even the scope of the Gear War, which we've seen a wide range of stories told from all kinds of perspectives, all kinds of theaters in the conflict. As a recommendation, if you haven't watched MS Igloo, which tells the story of Zeon Development Corps developing prototype mobile suits,
quite possibly
watch that shit.
Man, look, you thought the
and
Federation
feel the fucking struggle.
Real talk, dude. Igloo is what, like, look, with 8th MS team, basically, if I remember correctly, what the Federation did was they took regular, suits and they just slapped Gundam heads on it. They weren't really like the RX-78 Gundams, basically, right?
No. It was basically like psychological warfare. Like they took standard GMs and GMs. They might have like tweaked performance, but like no better than an average. Like it's above average GM is basically what a ground type
above average
Gundam is.
GM with a Gundam head on it, like the RX-78 face and stuff. Like you said, psychological warfare. Igloo, what makes it funny with Igloo and kind of sad too is that this is a group of people that are literally beta testing a bunch of fucking mobile suits and weapons that you see that got improved by the Zeons later in the war. So they get like a prototype Zaku suit that has some good things, but then there's like one side effect to it. Like I think the Zaku before the official Zaku that we get, I think apparently the core of it like can overheat or some shit like that or something like that if I remember correctly.
Mm-hmm. Zidao?
Yeah.
Zidao?
Yeah, so they were like, oh yeah, we're gonna use this, and then it's like, oh shit, this is better than the Zaku. Oh shit, it overheats and it can blow up. Fuck.
So
embarrassing.
Oh yeah.
So it does kind of make me ask this question then, because it's been a while since I've seen it. Was there a mobile suit on this show that had the capabilities of, say, the Tallgeese or the Epion?
No.
These aren't super robots. These are
super robots.
Okay. So nothing like that. Nothing like that. They're pretty grounded. None of them are like over the top, super broken.
The only thing that made them over the top was like pilot performance, and that'll probably be the one that close to the Tallgeese would be the group.
And that's your boy. And that goes to your boy. and that goes to your boy in the goof.
Ooh,
Just,
man.
He was whipping that hoe. He was whipping that hoe,
on
man.
Norris Packard's name, goddammit.
There's a reason why when I first played Gundam, was it goddammit, shit. How the hell did I freaking forget?
You talking about the PS1 game, CJ?
No, the fucking the one that's out in arcades. The that guy on the PS4.
Versus.
Versus.
Gundam.
I picked
Versus.
Norris, and I was just like, yo, just because this fucking show, like Norris was wrecking the shit out of people in a goddamn goof. Like Rumble Rao would be proud of this motherfucker immediately. Like, holy shit!
Salutes all around.
The one thing I do like is that you still see the effects of the fucking 1 year war. Like, you still see that. You still see how fucked up Earth is even after all that. And, like, all the countries are separate and shit, you know?
Oh, they split up. Like, some people, like, Zeon has it. Dude, it's to the point that I think...
either the Principality has it or the fucking Federation has it, so you don't really know what's going on.
I mean,
so, yeah, there would be guerrilla warfare like this going on.
It's to the point that fucking Yuri from the Zeon... To the point was like, dude, this shit's gonna get one in space. Fuck this damn dust ball of a goddamn planet. Let's get the hell in space. Like, that's how bad people shit on Earth during the 1 year war. They don't fucking care about Earth. It's like, whatever. We don't care. Come on.
Earth always becomes a punching bag in the story of fucking
Again,
Gundam.
D, I told you this, and Prime will probably agree with me. Zeon is literally the fucking Leon Jenkins. We're gonna throw a fucking colony on Earth. Fuck it.
I love that, don't you?
Over fucking taxes. Like, we're gonna be free. Like, you already free, you fuck. But we want more money.
No, here's the thing that killed me. How does that always becomes the fucking answer? No matter what timeline, no matter what fucking storyline, it comes down to throw the whole colony into fucking Australia.
It's like, what? It's like, it makes no sense.
Fuck them kangaroos. Fuck them.
Fuck why? I hate Phil Collins. That's why.
You know what? And then Crocodile Dundee? Fuck them.
And I'll
show you motherfucking Barky.
And I don't like the blooming onion. I think that was an American thing, so shut up.
This fuck Yahoo Serious. How about that?
This is for not giving me season 3 of 5, you fucks.
But seriously, what also caught me with Ace MS-10, man, our boy Shiro Mata takes out a fucking Zaku in a goddamn ball. I'm just saying, that's big dick energy right there. And luck.
What?
And luck. I'm just saying, a ball. You gotta understand, people, the ball is the fucking Dan of Mobile Suit Gundam mobile suits. I'm just telling you here.
They are called flying coffins for a reason.
Exactly.
They're like, so first of all, the GM was like designed for whatever scraps they had lying around. Because first of all, the GM itself isn't that remarkable. But the fucking ball was made from whatever scraps of the scraps they had left over from GM construction. So let that shit sink in.
Exactly.
Let that just sit for a second.
He took it out in a ball, and I'm like, well, clearly this guy has, one, the luck of the iris, and two, again, big dick energy. He's just like, well, okay, cool. I guess this is our guy, Shiro. Ladies and gentlemen, he's good. Cool.
Fun fact. He's the second most badass person to use the ball. The first was a guy from the Crossbone Gundam manga who took his ball into a Bawaku and painted it with a Gundam face.
Jesus Christ. So let me get this right. Psychological warfare by virtue of pinning a ball looking like a Gundam, and that fucked people up.
He was fucking folks up left and right.
Damn. Well.
I think just because it felt like I thought, when I'm first seeing it, I really thought there was going to be some new type shit with him. Nothing like that ever happened, because throughout the whole anime, you even see it. Actually, when he was fighting the goof, this nigga panicked when he with his whole Gundam, not the whole Gundam, but when the whole fucking when whole thing just shut down, he just started panicking. I don't want to die. I don't want to die.
I mean, look.
You pussy. I get the pussy.
Wait, D. Real talk. God damn it, Prime.
He ain't lying. I mean, think about it. Noah's
fucked up.
Noah's fucked up.
He's not lying. He's not lying. No, but D. No, seriously though. Real talk, nigga. You saw somebody waste a shitload of people in a fucking goof.
Three
Wouldn't
gun
you
tanks.
panic too?
3 gun tanks and three
yeah.
mobile suits without breaking a
Let's
sweat.
just be real. Let's just be real, everybody. It ain't often you're playing motherfucking KOF and somebody is fading everybody in the fucking game with heavy D. It ain't often that happens. So that's how we be panicking.
I mean, let's be real about this. I know we're jumping ahead, but fucking I don't care. You gotta understand, the Federation, sometimes in Gundams, they get that big, they really be feeling themselves. And let's be real, they have reason to feel themselves. You got 4 gun tanks, they're gonna take out this fucking Zeon weapon and stuff, because the gun tanks are kind of like, technically the I win buttons at this point in the war. And they're like, alright, cool, we got these 4 gun tanks, we're just gonna chill back and just wait for the weapon to come out, and we're just gonna blast out the sky, go home to our families, it's gonna be cool. And then a goof pops up, and you're like, fuck.
This nigga was coming down on these balls. He got all of them.
Not even that. He comes out the elevator, literally is like, okay, how many gun tanks? That's 4 plus 3. Okay, bet. Let's go.
All right. That just brought me to this one thing. Okay, guys. Somebody got to make a complaint. I'm making a complaint right now. My nigga with the headphones. What was it? Ellerman? What was it?
I think it was Ellaby. Might have been.
Yeah. Just real talk, dog. Why do we need you to hear shit? Okay. How do we not hear a 400 foot goddamn mecha approaching us?
Well, you gotta know where exactly the direction is coming from.
Hold up. Monarchy particles. I ain't gotta explain shit.
Hey, you know what? He's right.
I hate you, Crown.
Minosky Particles basically answers everything. He's like, well, yeah, he's right.
Ain't gotta explain shit.
Yeah.
So,
might as well just say the chlorines, D.
Basically. It's basically like you watch fucking them UC or F91. I'm like, oh, I didn't know Monarchy Particles could do that. Oh. Okay, that's nice.
Cool. Yeah,
Thank you.
That's cool. But
Chris first told me about it. I like when Chris first told me about it. I still haven't watched Unicorn for whatever reason. I keep saying I gotta watch it, but Chris said, "Oh yeah, D, there's a plot line when it comes to particles, right?" And he was like, "D, ignore it. Ignore it. Just keep on going." Like, why? They don't explain shit.
They don't. Like, I've even read the
anime. It almost drags the entire anime.
I've even read the novelizations, and the best you get is like, it makes shit happen. Just go with it. Like, the Monarchy Particles exist, so certain things can happen in the show. Just don't worry about the Speed Force. Just roll with it. Just let it happen.
Just let it go. Just Gundam, fine, fuck it, whatever. It's like, all right, cool. But I mean, but it's just the fact, like you said, it's just like if you don't read too deep into it, it's like, okay, he's there to hear what direction they're coming in from. All right, cool. You know, it makes sense and stuff. And I think what makes the mobile suit battles fine is that you forget that these mobile suits are in tune for space battle. So the fact that they're on Earth fighting is like a little bit different. But again, when you see the Norris fight, Norris clearly doesn't give a fuck whether it's on Earth or in space. He's gonna fuck you up regardless. So,
yep,
don't even matter.
So I got a question. So what? Well, I mean, I know we're following, Federation.
Wait a second. I had a question though. So CJ, so what you're telling me is this is like the Krillin Piccolo versus Nappa fight logic. Let's fight him on the ground. He seems to have a better advantage when we fight him in the air.
Not really, because with Norris is basically a veteran soldier. If you look at all the people during that fight near the finale, basically, if you take everybody's like kind of their experiences of Norris has the experience because he's been fighting in space for the Zeon, and he's on Earth fighting for the Zeon. So it's like he has basically experience in all this shit. So his experience basically is the reason why he murked everybody the way he did. And again, Shiro had luck, which is why Norris won, but not really.
Yeah, Norris won. But
he won, but he spoilers for a 20-year-old anime. He won, but he died. But he still achieved his objective.
Yeah, it's like,
But it's like, so in other words, it's like him saying, it's kind of like him saying, I smashed your girl and then dies.
It's the Rumble Rowell effect. You know, Rumble Rowell said fuck this shit and kamikazed himself on the Gundam. Didn't really do much damage, so I'd say Norris probably got the better end of his attack. Because I think Norris at that point figured, okay, if I'm gonna die, fuck it, let me shoot this damn last gun tank and be done with it.
Actually, I say neither. You know who had the best one?
Who?
Otto. When he that bitch almost the Snake Kingdom.
Yes, that is still one of my favorite suicide moments.
Oh my god, for the Snake Kingdom!
No, it wasn't that. It wasn't for the Snake Kingdom. You gotta remember, CJ, you gotta remember the key words, man. Long live Lord Zax. I have never seen an entire kingdom be turned into a parking lot in the blink of an eye.
This nigga Hogan leg dropped. The living shit out of them, man.
Hey man, look, Zax has that effect on guys. That's just how it is. I mean,
and I know I said this back in the Gundam Wing podcast, but still, how do you do a massive leg drop like that and the tall geese doesn't have a scratch?
Gundanium alloy, sir. That's how.
Gundanium alloy, my nigga.
You think Minersky particles is bullshit? Gundanium alloy, a fucking thing that doesn't exist. Here's what's funny about that shit, though. I'm laughing at the fact that I remember one person when we were at Sarasville that swore to God that Gundanium could exist, and he wasn't even being ironic or joking about that. He's like, "No, it's real." I'm like, "Dude, like here's a periodic table. Do you see Gundanium on this? I don't see it on here."
Prime. This was probably Prime. This was one of the most hilarious things that me and CJ ever witnessed. Somebody legit came up to us in high school and said that Gundanium alloy exists, and we're like, "No, the fuck it doesn't."
Okay.
Like we literally pulled out the periodic table.
I'm sure adamantium exists too. All right.
Wait, hold on. Wait,
I'm sure vibranium exists.
Nigga, what?
Exactly.
We're like, look, we pulled that shit out and said, look, show us.
Please show us where it's at. Where's the G?
As a guy who painstakingly wrote out all the power levels, unnecessary power levels of all of Dragon Ball Z, I look at you and say, wow, you are a loser.
Power levels, that's a whole bag of worms right there. God damn.
Look, man. Power levels don't exist. And neither does Super Saiyan 3. Anyway.
But hey, you know what could exist? Gundams. I'm looking at Japan right now. When does it happen in Japan?
I know.
Look.
Both of you assume they don't have any.
That's true.
Right
That's true because no, real talk. When they tore down the RX-79 over in Odaiba, and everybody was real sad. They was like, no, don't worry, we're bringing in another Gundam. Everybody was always speculating like, what Gundam were they going to bring in? Then they dropped the bomb on us and showed off Unicorn.
I'm just telling you right now. You know what's going to happen? You guys are going to laugh at this shit. We're going to find out there's an asteroid coming to Earth and shit. We're going to be in a panic and shit. We're going to think that we're going to throw a nuke at it, and all of a sudden Japan was like, we got this. All of a sudden,
no. Hey, Chris, I got it for you. Like, Japan, like, we got this. You're going to see 4 Gundams just jet out the atmosphere. Hold on.
Hell no. Hell no. It's going to be this. The asteroid's going to be coming.
Best part, they take out their weapons. They shoot the asteroid. The asteroid eats it. The asteroid just eats it and kills all the Gundams and boom, Earth's dead.
Hell no. You already know if that shit is happening. As soon as the asteroids come, we're just going to get that one call from Japan. Across CNN, the Prime Minister is going to be on TV, snaps his finger, says, Rise Gundam. The Statue of Liberty is going to crumble apart. Like it was the whole fucking time. Oh
like,
my god.
Son of a bitch. RX-78 was here with beam abilities. Which
complete with the G-Bull.
Which I'm gonna be real about this.
Hold up. Why is that thing fly off? And then you see another Gundam blast off from Russia. Wait a minute. What the hell's going on?
I know where D's going.
Hold on. Why is Vladimir Putin inside of it? Fucking mass. Glory be for Russia. Sing Russia.
All right.
You know
D.
what?
No, wait, D, hold on, Prime. D, all right, I got you. So then, like, Russia goes off. Right behind it, we see Kim Jong-un fly off in his Gundam.
First off, that presumes that North Korea even has advanced technology, sir.
Well, see, it would be a Gundam. It would be
hold up. First of all, CJ.
Scuba mask on it.
I know, right?
No, first of all, CJ, you do know that North and South are kind of like shaking hands.
We don't know that for sure, sir. I don't believe Trump lies. I don't believe Trump lies, sir. All right.
First of all, that's Trump lies. This shit was all over the news.
I didn't know the Olympics.
Look, we're not going to go into politics on this. I'm just going to say that Trump had absolute dick to do with that, all right?
I didn't know the Olympic shit carried over into them both kind of doing the Cyclops Ryu handshake shit. I didn't think that was
God damn it.
I didn't think that was happening. I'm sorry. I really didn't think that was happening.
Well, no,
damn it, now I got to get that picture.
I swear to God, I didn't think that was happening. I'm like, North Korea actually shaking. Okay, shit. Well, that's happening.
Hey, look, man. If the Bloods and Crips can come together, why can't two countries?
I'm just saying. But anyways, all right. I know we diverted off, but 8th MS team here. Now, as low grade as the Gundams are to an extent, right? I still laugh at certain things that happen, like when the Zeon's like special super secret project is like flying in the canyons, and we find like the thing about these mobile suits and stuff is that there are certain things that are kind of hard to come by, and the fact that they have beam cannon abilities is like a very special thing for the show.
Yeah, because you gotta think this happened right after the after the 1 year war.
Well, it's during the 1 year war and kind of coming
during the 1 year war.
But you gotta think about it. A lot of the shit that they're seeing is, like you said, just brand new to them. You know what I mean? Like, oh man, that's just a cool new feature.
Yeah, and, but it was like when it was flying through the canyon and they were fighting the Gundams and Homeboy bust out the beam things and Zeon's like, holy shit, they got beam cannon capabilities? Fuck. Retreat, let's go.
Damn, we weren't ready for that one thing.
It's like, okay, I mean, but they got beam swords, so it's like, okay.
That's right.
I mean, it is a thing, but I mean, but anyway, so the whole makeup of the team is kind of like made up of basically, I'd say regular ass people that are basically, they're in the shit, you know, and they actually are pretty fun characters to kind of get across and stuff. Because you got Shiro, who, again, he's kind of like the kind of lead characters that you see in war movies, where luck and he just has something about him that gets him through everything in the war, essentially.
Oh yeah, that's called plot armor.
Yeah, plot armor. Yeah.
Main character.
Yeah, and he ends up the core of the show during the second half. He ends up coming across during the episode with a Zeon pilot. Was it Anya? Was it Anya?
Ina.
Yeah, Ina.
Ina.
Yeah, Ina. And yeah, they have a little bit of a.
Just a quick question then.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So quick question. So does it bother anybody else that the whole, like, a lot of the plot of this show hinges on the fact Shiro and Ina are in love? Like in that episode, if there had been two dudes or two women,
I mean,
we would have had the same show.
I mean, look. We're gonna go into.
Berserk. I think we would have.
We're gonna go into Berserk next week about the two dudes hooking up. I think if it was two dudes, I don't know how Sunrise would have carried it. I don't know if they would have carried it.
I don't think, no. You could do it without the love plot. It's just like, dog, I met somebody that was real over there. I used to think all the Zeon were bastards. Flip side, yo, I used to think everybody on the Federation sucked their own dick. They're awesome.
Well, yeah. So a bromance, so to speak, kind of like, hey, it's my best friend.
Yeah, we would have got a bromance.
Or Sunrise. What about it? You just hear George Michael playing in the background.
It's about the close you're gonna get to it, guys. Deal with it. It's like, okay, I guess.
No, but like y'all had Gundam Wing. We saw the album. We saw all of it.
Kind of ironic how Tsunami played Gundam Wing. Then what was it? Gundam Wing. G Gundam, the original Mobile Suit Gundam, and then this.
Yeah, that's great. But you know what was crazy too is that the whole thing with Shiro and Anna, it's Anya. Like their relationship, it's like okay, I get it, but it felt like they were really just beating you over the head with it a little bit.
They were not, man. This was just something that we never seen in the storytelling before. You know, she's on one side, he's on another side. We don't get star-crossed lovers. We don't get that in stories like ever. You know what? Here's the thing: Gundam plays that card way too goddamn much. It's like most. Am I mistaken, guys, that most of their romances are star-crossed lovers?
Well, I mean,
okay.
Most,
not most. There's a couple of times where a particular Gundam show where you have these obvious love interest characters, and the show just cock teases you over it for the whole 49 episodes.
Yeah.
Looking at you, Gundam Wing.
Yeah, I mean, but that's Gundam.
Yeah, I agree, Aris. I'm still upset that Duo and Hero didn't get together. It's very
exactly
very fucked up.
Duo and Hero should have got together. Fucking Troa and Catra. Come on, man, Catra. Catra would have looked at Troa and been like, "Look, Catra would have looked at Troa, real talk, and he would have said, "Look, when I was under mental duress and I murdered an entire colony, you weren't there to console me."
Right there.
I did. I put
Troll just puts his hand over his mouth and just reach for his dick. You had like this, like you had me at murder, Zaddy.
No, you remember you said.
Hey, and everybody, come on, real talk.
ICS.
Catra's hung.
Well, you said I had to wait for the revised Maryland.
I mean, to have like
either
49 man service, he has to be right.
So.
He has to be right.
I mean, look. He did say it himself.
They gave him
himself
money
the
back
first
and
time he
stuff.
saw Troa,
But
when he was booking a hotel room for the night. Two's better than one.
I know that's right, nigga.
No, but the thing of it is, if they're
what's next, Catra? It's Winky time, my nigga.
W2 because I may not have to owe that much.
What about Wu Fei? Nah, that nigga's straight.
Yeah, you told me that. That's what we were talking about.
What about you, Wu Fei? You want to team up? I ain't down with that gay shit, man. I'm trying to fuck. What's her name, man? The girl with the blonde hair. You know, she worked for Greenpeace. She stink. She does stink.
Okay,
gotta be honest with you. She hot to me. I don't know. I think it's like the hair or something, man.
No,
I could have seen it Dorothy.
13.
Also, I just realized. Anyway, let's get out of here. Let's. How do we look? Like we turn this to Bam. Anyway,
I know we did. Bam coming back, y'all.
give us some time. Shit. But anyway,
yeah, that's why I was saying you told me to wait for them to give me the revised.
We always get these little star-crossed lover things, and we get it sometimes, not all the time. We get it sometimes though, man.
Yeah,
it's an easy plot thread to do. You know what I mean? And this one is okay. It's okay. It ain't like, I will say this. It ain't one of my favorite lovers were Domon and Rain. I love both of them. Only reason why is because every time I see Domon do something stupid and she rolls her eyes, I'm like this. He ain't hitting her right. Rain was unnecessarily. Anyway,
she is a patient woman.
Anyway,
quite patient.
But of course they do the same thing, the same old things. Aina really she really wants to push her side to do it, but she's thinking about Shiro. Shiro over there thinking about her, and you know where this is headed to one of the worst endings ever.
No, here's the thing. No, here's the thing. No, back it up for a second here. All right. We should talk about Anya's brother, who is... We think that he's like this regal dude that might have some sort of honor to him, but then you come to find out that dude's a dick.
I knew he was going to do that shit.
Surprise.
I mean, I shouldn't be surprised because what was funny is that his boy Yuri, who is this dude that you find out he really values his men... he rolls up to the party when they were kind of like coordinating the weapon and stuff, And I like how Genus is looking at him like, dude, don't embarrass me. You're loud. And he's like, oh, come on, man. We're friends. What are we talking about here? But at the same time, Yuri is busting his balls because he calls his new weapon a toy and shit. So Genus is kind of feeling kind of like, man, fuck you. It's a weapon and shit. So, but he's a dick. And clearly he ain't really fond of the fact that, number one, Anya is in love with this dude that's from the Federation and stuff. Norris... I don't know. It's weird with Norris is the fact that, like, I don't know if he necessarily cares that she likes the guy. I never really got that vibe from him or not.
Yeah, it was really...
Norris was like, I feel like he was like a samurai. He just was a retainer, wanted his lady to be happy.
Yeah, basically. That's what it sounded like. Because he picked up on, like, hold up, you're the dude that Anya was with that night? Huh. I like the cut of your jib, guys, so I'm still going to kill that gun tank, so let's fight.
Now, where was I? Ping!
And then before he attempts to murder him, he looks him dead in the eye and says, "Can you fly, Bobby?"
Bro, you know what? I'll say this though too. On top of all that, right? I did like the guerrilla warfare. Certain episodes where they really had to get like when they actually, because the guerrillas, since they're on Earth, the people from the different villages and stuff, they kind of basically reluctantly take sides with the Federation as a means to an end, essentially.
But they let them know we don't want y'all here.
Yeah, it's like you're fucking up Earth.
They let them fucking know.
Yeah, so it's like we're teaming up with you, but we really don't like you guys here. Just take that shit out to space. We don't like this shit.
And I knew that Kiki was going to eventually just join up with them.
I mean,
they made that very obvious. By the way, there's a lot of fucking nudity in this to be a Gundam show.
First off, it's war. It's war. It's gonna happen. I mean, what can you do? I think if you're a person that never got the DVD of this and you watched it on Toonami, you would never catch that shit. So when you buy,
you would never catch that motherfucker, man. You would never.
So when I bought the fucking Bandai Legacy box set and stuff, thank God Bandai did that. Had the whole series and stuff, and I saw that and I was like, oh, there's nudity in this. I didn't know that. Huh? Interesting.
Huh? And there's another episode on this. Huh? I didn't know that.
Feel bad for anybody again that try to buy the fucking single DVD boxes of this single DVD episodes of this damn show. I'm like, you guys are idiots.
Sir, I feel attacked and called out. How dare you?
Wow, Prime. I wasn't even trying to call you out, but damn, my bad, man.
Hey, look, Prime, put it this way, man. At least you're not like the Funimation fans who got dicked over several times every time Dragon Ball got re-released.
Y'all just gonna come for my throat today? This is happening? I get called on y'all.
Hold up,
dude! I got the orange Dragon Ball set.
Hold on, I'm in that same camp as you. I'm in that same camp as you, sir. I didn't even pick up the Kai. I didn't pick up all of Kai on Blu-ray yet. I still got the orange box set sitting in storage.
And I
got the orange box. I got the fucking VHS tapes. I still got the fucking single release fucking DVDs when they were doing 3 episodes of fucking Pop. Like a goddamn food.
Okay, first of all,
$20.
No. D. Wait, D. I gotta stop you right there. First of all, them shits was not no damn $20. Them shits was $30 for 3 episodes per disc. You got lucky if you got one.
I was talking about tape. Wait. I was talking about tape. I want to talk about DVD. I want to talk about DVD, which, by the way, I don't have a long enough penis for Suncoast to suck. They were going to give you 2 episodes of Fooly Cooly for a mass of $45 goddamn dollars.
Suck
what
my
I was going to tell you. What I was going to tell you. Hold on. What I was going to tell you was, you always felt like you were the shit when you got the standard 3 episodes, and it always came with that bonus 4th episode. They managed to squeeze 1 more episode in.
We understand, folks. We were going to continue beating that over the head for you guys every time we talk about anime, because you got to understand that's as the late Dusty Rhodes says, that's hard times, baby. All right, it's hard times.
we guys our age, we're blessed enough to see the growth of anime, and we will continue to talk about that. We will continue to bring up obnoxiously. Yeah, I'm looking at you, Eris, the Sci-Fi Channel. Nigga, there was only like 4 good movies. Anyway, but still, we're gonna bring up shit like that.
Hey D, don't blame. Hey, first of all, D, don't blame me for the shit that Central Park Media was putting out.
I'm not blaming you for that. Oh my God, the shit they did. But we're like that. We're going to talk about Central Park Media. We're going to talk about how everything had to be built and how fucking ancient it felt just to get some of these DVDs. Just to get, like I said, $45 goddamn dollars, man. And you got to think about it. They were also. I remember them selling The World's Strongest on Laserdisc for $50.
I remember that.
Yeah. I lived through the dark ages just like everybody else. So when I see cats on like Twitter or Tumblr or whatever now complaining about, oh, they just have the dub on the stream, I don't want to watch the dub. Fuck you.
Seriously.
Seriously.
Fuck all of you.
And I mean that from the bottom of my balls. Fuck you.
Here's the thing. You know what a real anime fan is to me? You can hear it in English, you can hear it in Japanese. And you know what's a good anime fan? We can pick up it being a shitty you can start picking up that the Japanese that's being acted out is being acted terribly, and you're like, you know what? Give it to me in my own language. Like that's when you become a beast when it comes to this Japanese, this sub and dub shit. You know what? Does it matter? No, it fucking doesn't. Imagine that. Who's grading your Japaneseism? You're a white boy from Montana. Who's fucking clocking you? Honestly, dude, I hate people that say that shit.
You know, I always wonder what people thought whenever they watched any of the Gundam series, whether you're watching in Japanese or English. Like, does it really bother you that much to hear anime in English?
I don't know. But I don't know. Look, there are some anime I get, it just goes to your comfort. Like, a good example for me, I can't watch Ghost in the Shell in Japanese. I just can't. It's not like the acting is bad. I just can't watch it in Japanese. I'd rather hear it in English because it gets very fucking wordy, and my eyes get tired watching a 2-hour damn movie.
And you know what? I would have some respect for people. You know the type of folk we're talking about. I would have a little bit more respect if they just said, "Well, you know, my mindset is I just kind of want to watch shows originally intended." You know what? I see that. I feel you. Cool. Yeah. I can respect that. But if your excuse is like, "Well, the dub is inferior," you can go suck a dick and fuck off.
Yeah, because if I got to hear one more person tell me that the dub for Ninja Scroll is nothing like the Japanese dub, I just might go full Lucille on your ass.
I mean, did y'all like the dub?
You know what?
Did y'all like the dub for 8th MS Team?
I thought it was fine. I thought
it was all right. Only thing I didn't like is because I didn't like Shiro's voice only when he started screaming, but that was a lot.
I was just about to say, Shiro's voice actor, if he voices one more main Gundam protagonist, I kick somebody in the dick.
I forgot.
I gotta fight somebody.
I need to know who the hell that is.
I think it's Steve Staley.
Fuck, who the fuck has he not been? He was Shiro. I think he's Benager. He was Seabook. Wasn't he somebody in Wing? He had to be somebody.
Hold on.
No, he wasn't in Wing. He wasn't in Wing because Wing was Vancouver voice actor.
Ocean.
Yeah, like I'm about to say, Wing was all Ocean dub.
Oh, dude, he was on a Prime. He was our boy McGillis in fucking Armed Blood Orphans.
See, this motherfucker, if he voices a fucking Gundam protagonist.
I love McGillis, and so it's like, oh shit, he's McGillis. All right, cool.
He plays a lot of people, man. Like that's the only person's voice that I kind of that kind of gets on my nerves. But also, what's the face's voice is just I knew that was going to be the other guy. Who?
Does it say Kiki's voice?
No, Kiki's voice. Oh, that's my boo. That's Michelle Ruff. I love her. She can sound bad, and I still like her. That's my boo. I'm so glad I interviewed her. She looks pretty. Anyway, but no, I like her, man. She is one of my favorite voice actresses, man. I love her. But the other guy, the blonde kid, I forgot his name.
Shit, was it Terry? No, it wasn't Terry, was it? No, it wasn't.
No.
Terry was a black dude. Mikhail.
Mikhail, yeah.
Yeah, Mikhail. Yeah, Mikhail.
Oh, yeah. Speaking of which, the one thing I as much as I didn't kind of like it because I knew what he was going to be. He was going to be the sympathetic one. As much as I knew that was going to happen, the scene that kind of really got to me was when he got the letter from his girlfriend and Kiki was reading out loud where his girlfriend was pretty much like, "Look, nigga, I don't know if I can keep on doing this shit." Like dude, it felt
it was a kick in the nuts because it's like you understand her where she's like, look, I don't know if you're gonna keep sending me letters because you could just die. But what sucked was like he had this optimism like, well, hold, if this war ends, maybe we'll get back together. And then he finds out she married somebody else, and it's like, well, damn, she's
a hoe. All right, now you don't even worry about her. Kiki's right there. She's 13. She's 13?
She's 13, dude. What are we doing here, man? You trying to get him in an R. Kelly situation, man? Don't do that.
Okay, look, first of all, I'm going to go ahead and point this out right now. So, she's 13, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How old does she look?
Sir, you're not going to pull the R. Kelly on this.
I'm not pulling the R. Kelly. Just answer my question. How old does she look?
I'm going to say...
So when you mean how old she look, how
Again, this has nothing. Look, this has nothing to do. This has nothing to do with Kale. Just answer my question. How old does she look?
I mean,
put it this way: does she look 13?
She looks 14.
She looks 12.
She looks 12.
Thank you, Brian. She looks 12.
But guess what? At the end of the day, anime plus age equals who gives a shit.
Why the fuck do you care? It's a cartoon.
Yeah, even though
that's what it always falls out to. Peter, I'll never forget that. Who was it? Meg's that girl in Meg's class. She was like knocked out on the ground. She's in high school. Peter laid down beside like, oh yeah, you want me on top of you, don't you? What the hell are you staring at? It's a cartoon. Meaning that it's a cartoon, yo. I know what that means. What if we let this go? Yeah, I know what you're talking about, but it's a cartoon. Look, it's a cartoon. Look, it doesn't even matter anyway. We all saw her topless. You all are going to jail.
There you go.
If you're on the DVD, technically you have pornography.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, look, I think we should have said that during the Sailor Moon podcast. I'm like, we just saw some underage, at least.
Yeah, we did see Usagi naked. Right.
Yeah, you're right.
For every padded moment of Sailor Moon transformations.
Oh, they were a little bit too close. Yeah, we did not talk about that. That was a bit uncomfortable. That was wow. The animators are having a good day.
But since I mentioned our black brethren,
dude, hey Hiroshi, you ready to draw some 8-year-old Cam? Oh my god, I can't even finish it.
Speaking of our black brethren, Terry Sanders, I like him a lot.
That nigga's not black. He's Caribbean.
What's the hairstyle?
Let's go to Redneck Jim. Redneck Jim, he's a nigger. Well,
there you go. I mean, look, if we got a racist person to watch Gundam 8th MS team, what's this nigger doing on this team?
So you mean to tell me that coon? So you mean to tell me that coon can still have his fucking dreadlocks, but when I go to the army, they say I'm too drunk.
You know what? That'd be one live stream that I would love to watch.
Oh, Mr. McElroy, you can't come into the army. I'm like, why? They say you had too much meth in your system. Well, damn, boy, how the hell am I supposed to fight then? It's the nigger's fault for doing it in the first place. I don't know how, white people, how are we your main problem? How do we become
if we're talking in terms of the Gundam series, I gotta imagine racism doesn't necessarily exist per se in the Gundam series.
Unless you're from space.
Unless you're from space.
It exists. I have yet to see a black person. No, fuck all that. You mean to tell me in the Universal Timeline Century, Africa don't exist? There's all the dark niggas.
Oh, no. D. To answer that question, hold up, D. To answer that question, first of all, they do exist. It's just all the South Africans that took over, which are mostly white people.
You know what, Eris? That's an ingenious answer, actually. I don't know how that kind of makes sense, but they took over all of Africa.
They just took over all.
Got a Gundam. Well, if you got a Gundam, yeah. Also, the Zeon could take over and genocide. So they're just off us. Is what you're trying to tell me?
Yeah.
Wow, thank you for that.
No, but Prime makes a good point though. Racism doesn't exist unless you're in space. Unless you're from space.
Yeah, unless you're from space, then yeah,
I'm
you're
sorry.
pretty fucked.
Why did I see Prime doing the thing where he points at his head, but he's like wearing a Doctor Who scarf and hat? When he does that.
Just saying.
The reflection with the reflection of space in the background.
I'm just saying, everything is good and well unless you're a fucking filthy space noid.
Yeah, apparently. I was like, wow. So,
you know what? I never understand it. And that's the one thing. They didn't keep up that bit of racism in every bit of on Gundam.
Dude, it really was. It was like, it felt like, it was like, if you're from space, somehow you were bougie as fuck. Like, these goddamn space people think they're better than us. Fuck them. Like,
I mean, look. Sure, they live in a multi-trillion-dollar colony. Understandably, I understand how you feel, but they don't got the real authenticity of this carrot, so you can have your nigger fucking.
I mean, I gotta be real about this though. If you told me.
I'm sorry, I put nigga in the wrong spot.
I gotta be real about this, right? If you told me, okay, if I had to live in the Gundam universe, would I pick the colonies or Earth? I'm taking Earth because here's the thing about living in the colonies, right? Big odds I could be walking down the street trying to get some Chick-fil-A, and all of a sudden somebody blows a hole in the colony, and I'm sucked out in fucking space. I'm just saying, I don't need that on my mind when I'm walking down the street.
Or any given day could be a gas attack. You don't know what's gonna happen.
You know what, Chris? Y'all make a good point. Because me and Eris, we talk. We're out talking with each other. We see this one this nice Spanish chick. We all point at her like how hot she is, and then Eris is like, "Hey D, what's that in the sky? I don't know, but it's white. It is zooming, and oh my God, is that an elbow? Otto just elbow drops all of this. Elbow. We're dead, Eris. We're dead. I mean, Chris, we're dead. Do you know what force that hit that city with? Kind of like what Ultron did, but it wasn't nuclear. Okay, so you know.
I'm just saying, I like my life on Earth a little bit. At least the only thing I gotta deal with is maybe ducking and dodging mobile suits if they happen to be in there. At least I get a heads up on, shit, mobile suits gonna be in the town. All right, let me pack some shit up and get the fuck out of here, and that's it.
I got one good question. How is the drugs in space? Oh, what? You don't think there's a drug trade?
I'm pretty sure there is a drug trade. I'm pretty sure there is. I would love to see a side story for like maybe 5 issues of a manga about the drug trade in space. That would be nice.
Well, if you're curious about...
I don't know. From the way...
Tell us, Prime.
Hold on.
Are you about to tell us what's up to here?
I was just going to say, from the way things look as far as space colonies go, space colonies always seem to play themselves off as, you know what? We're perfect. We have no problems. All y'all problems is on Earth.
I mean, Prime, is there actually a side story about drugs? I mean, please tell me.
Well, yeah, if you're curious about some of the real really gritty of the Universal Century, I highly recommend looking into Gundam Thunderbolt, the manga. There is an entire 2 or 3 volume arc where they're in this shanty town of people who survived the 1 year war and how it just fucked up everybody's lives.
Yeah, because I've been reading. I've been telling you, I've been watching the anime, love it. I know you told me there's some stuff in the anime they took out, and I've been reading the manga as much as I could, and yeah.
Woo. And manga's some good shit, man.
Yeah,
some good shit.
Yeah, Thunderbolt really just kind of say like 8th MS. It's like Thunderbolt really kind of highlighted, we gotta sacrifice the people for the win. We'll do it because we can.
I mean,
Go ahead and sacrifice black people. You know they got to go.
Nah, it was equal opportunity.
What? Wow.
It was equal opportunity.
Oh, it was equal opportunity? So basically...
everybody catching Mills.
Hold on, if it's equal opportunity, then you're talking about the Thanos snap.
Oh, yeah, basically. It's like the Federation literally got a bunch of kids in GM suits to be self-sacrificing for the fucking Gundam.
To be literal meat shields for a Gundam.
I was like, damn.
Yo, and what fucked me up in that manga was when the kids first got there, all excited, they were like taking pictures, like, oh yeah, it's the Gundam, and like that page where they show like the group shot of all of them surrounded by damn, what's the main character's name?
Was it
the
Eo?
jazz dude?
Was it Eo?
Yeah, Eo. Eo Fleming.
Yeah, Eo.
Yeah. Let's take a picture with this motherfucker. Then like 2 chapters later, in the fucking middle of the massacre,
dude,
his ass was flying by, the fucking GMs exploded and shit. Listening to the kids dying and screaming, going, "Well, I got a mission to complete."
Dude, but yeah. And here's the thing, though. Here's the thing that's fucked up, though. Eo and his boy, who was like kind of like the mobile suit tester and stuff, they were talking about that shit like, it's kind of sad these kids don't know they're gonna die for the fucking Federation cause, but oh well, it is what it is.
Gotta win war, man.
Get murked.
I mean, it's like it is what it is, you know. But that's the crazy thing with when it comes to Terry, though, is that Shiro saved his ass with that ball because basically Shiro is the one. Like basically Norris' team, they were supposed to be escorts, and what ended up happening was
believe it or not, all of this is most of the missions that you get out of normal PC mech games. Escort.
Yeah, and his team got murked, and Norris was the last one, and he almost got killed, and then here comes Shiro in the ball, and Norris was able to bounce. And Norris has basically been kind of like throughout the series up to a point, he's kind of racked with guilt a little bit, just because of that. So at one point when when his team is getting taken out by the fucking Apostle. Yeah, that was the name of the suit, right? The Zeon suit, Apostle.
Oh, yeah. The Oculus.
The Apostolus, my bad. He basically says, fuck this shit, and he starts just going ham on the suit until it retreated, and that kind of like broke his little jinx and stuff that he felt that he had. He got some confidence out of that. And it was actually a pretty interesting episode and stuff too, as well. I actually kind of like that. So, but yeah, I mean, for you guys and stuff, I guess. With you, D, what was kind of like your standout episode for you?
Well, it would be a standout episode.
Yeah.
Let me take you on a little trip.
Okay.
All
right.
So it's after seeing us on fucking Cartoon Network, and I told myself, "Wow, that was a good ending," but that's how it ended.
Oh boy.
So Shiro's just dead. What happened? Well, whatever. About a week later, I was on a forum and somebody said, "Hey, there's actually 11 episodes of 8th MS Team, and you guys got to see it." I didn't think to look up the episode to get a summary on it because, especially during that time, there wasn't a lot of that on the internet.
Yeah.
So I was searching for it, and luckily at the time D had Kazaa. You don't know what Kazaa is? Good. You're not. Do you know what Kazaa is, kids? You don't? Good. You're not an illegal pirate like I was.
And you care about your computer too at the same time. Just FYI.
I don't know, man. Kazaa wasn't that bad to me.
Bruh. You talking about using Kazaa? Using Kazaa back in them days was like going raw.
No, yeah, and just real talk, I like going raw. That's why D has 3 kids. But that being said, though, I actually got the episode. It was in Japanese, so it threw me back. It was an MPEG. It took almost 2 days to download, so finally got it. Watched it, and so they just fucked off into a log cabin in the middle of the woods.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
And you mean to tell me? Hold on, guys. These show on 3 Black Geeks. As leader and as common sense maker, yes, that's a fucking title, sir. Of 3 Black Geeks, I have to say this. So the Federation and Zeon just assume both of them are fucking dead, and nobody's looking for them, and he just fucked off in the middle of the woods. And you thought that would be an actual good ending. You do realize you just, and I'm saying this personally, I'm not speaking for everybody, but you do realize you just took out your penis and laid it on my forehead. You do realize that, right? You realize that, right?
Not only did we do
what?
D.
How?
Not only did we do that, but you thanked us for it.
No, I can't. I would say yeah, I did, but no. That sours a lot of the fucking anime for me. Just knowing it is like, oh fuck, I forgot they're gonna live at this.
Well, the thing of it is, like, the final episode is literally
the last two episodes, basically, but the last two episodes are the standouts to me anyway.
Yeah, I mean, I know for me, what I liked was the court martial episode because yeah, I forgot which. I'm trying to remember which episode it was because it was right before it kind of got before he got the Easy 8 mobile suit and stuff.
Episode 3? That wasn't episode 3. That feels too early.
No, I think it was. Trying to think. Duty and Ideals. I think it was episode 8.
See, I was thinking that far, but anyway.
Yeah, so basically what it was is after he kind of had that reunion with Anya and stuff, and both of them went to their respective thing. Basically, what happened was Shiro was being court-martialed, and it interspliced it with... And this is kind of what kind of showed me where the Federation wasn't shit, because... And it's happening in Stardust Memory with the main character in that one. Shiro was going to get court-martialed because they thought he was a spy. And it was only because he's basically said that there are good people on both sides of the war, and the Federation wasn't trying to hear that shit. So... Basically, everybody in the courtroom's laughing at him and stuff, and essentially, the captain is telling them, if you were basically put in a situation where you had to shoot the enemy, could you do it? And it's interspliced with them basically trying to beat out the Zaku in this village and stuff. And you see him with the fucking bazooka, and he actually ends up taking out the fucking Zaku and stuff. And he basically answers, if he has to shoot the enemy, then I guess he's going to have to do it. I thought that was actually a pretty good episode with them trying to intersplice it and stuff with it as well. So that's kind of my stand-up. What about you, Prime?
Stand episode to me definitely has to be the Shuddering Mountain Part 1 and 2. That is some pure, like, vintage, like, pristine Gundam. Like, if I was trying to get somebody interested in Gundam, without showing them anything else, I have like this list of things.
Yeah.
Those two episodes are things on my list. Just showing that in isolation. Like, here, just watch these. No context. Just sit and watch this.
Would you just show them the Norris fight or just both episodes, basically?
I think both episodes. It's like if they ask any questions, I have maybe like a little background, but I just say just watch these two episodes, and if you're interested in this, then I got some more of that good shit when you're ready.
Oh, okay.
I gotta go with Prime on that one.
Yeah, because the crazy part was, you take out Last Resort, Shuddering Mountain Part 2 was actually a pretty good ending to the series. That's what makes that whole, like, that Last Resort episode so useless, because you're putting on this mystery of, where's Shiro and Anya? And it's like, but the last episode basically left it up to where they both, more or less, it seemed like they faked their deaths in order to get out of the fucking dealing with the war shit. Which made sense, because they both really didn't want to deal with it. So you left it open to, oh, he lost a leg, but they're going to dip out of this. I didn't need another episode to really kind of explain that. And even then, when dude sees them, they don't even show them talking or anything. It just cuts the credits.
You know what? That makes it sound...
Somebody was trying to be artsy.
You know what? That makes it sound like... like, CJ, you're making that ending sound like it was directed by Chris Nolan.
First off, Chris Nolan would not have did some bullshit like that, if we're going to be honest with you.
Oh?
Don't say Inception, because that's
I was not going to say Inception at all. I was going to say, did we not watch Interstellar?
Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. But I like it. I like Interstellar a lot. So
I like Interstellar too, but still, that ending, that open-ended shit, man.
Yeah.
Sat through over 2 hours of this shit. And, come on, man. I love the ending. Don't get me wrong, but I still gotta question it.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That is very much true and stuff. You know, but here's the crazy part, right? So, I like 8th MS Team a lot, right? But what's killing me though is like I like Gundam Thunderbolt, particularly when they actually do. Now, Prime, please correct me with this. So where 8th MS Team is, where does Thunderbolt lie with the whole South? Because I know in Thunderbolt they're in Southeast Asia too, to an extent too. So where does all that kind of tie into? Like,
all right, so when Thunderbolt first starts, they're at the tail end of the 1 Year War, right?
Yeah.
Right when they're finna cross over into 0080.
Yeah.
As it goes on, it picks up. Ooh, I don't know if I had the book. Wait, I have the book right here. Hold on. It picks up right around in the middle of the UC, like I think UC 83 or 84, 86, somewhere in that area.
Okay.
So yeah, the 1 Year War is far. Been over for a minute. Hold on. What volume is it in? But anyway, yeah. So it takes place in 2 time periods. It takes place at the tail end of the 1 Year War, and some years after there's been an armistice that Zeon ramming it, trying to resurrect the Psycho Zaku.
Okay. So basically, 8th MS Team and that kind of like go hand in hand, more or less.
I would say yeah. They take place kind of within the same time. Well, I'm trying to remember what month we pick up at Thunderbolt, because like the 1 Year War is just like about to end, but 8th MS Team starts a little, like I think a little bit before it.
I think so. It's like a little bit before, and it kind of goes into like I think the final 2 episodes kind of show, because that's when Yuri literally tells Genis like, "Yo, this shit's gonna fucking end out in space, so there's no point of being here on Earth." It really isn't. So yeah. So it had to be the tail end of the 1 Year War, essentially at that point.
Yeah, and like the armistice was signed like January 1st, 0080. Like I know that for a fucking fact.
Yeah. So
and so the Battle of Baoaku had to take place at during Christmas, around that time period.
Yeah, because that's the thing about this too. It's like there's like 11 episodes, and it's like the passage of time. They do a good. Well, I can say good job. It's like you don't really know how much time has really necessarily passed per se, even though we're told certain
here's
events.
Here's a fun fact, kids. Do you notice how early on in the show where they just stuck to the Gundam grounds and the Zaku's, and then like in the midpoint suddenly started introducing a whole bunch of other different 1 Year War suits? Mm-hmm. Here's the thing. So midway in production, the original director died in a car accident.
Damn.
And
wow.
And the director from Gonzo, his name, what's his name? He escapes me. He died just in 2010. The director that took over from a Gonzo studio, what's his name? I'm blanking on his name. But he took over, and because, Bandai, they came in and said, yeah, I know we originally commissioned this. The original director said he wanted to keep it Gundams and Zaku's to keep the guerrilla warfare feel. But we got these model kits to sell, son. So what you got?
We got these model kits to sell. It's fucked up. It's fucked up, but at the same time, it's business.
I mean, the thing about it, like, I'm trying to remember, because out of 8th MS Team, I know the model kits they had was the Easy 8, Norris's Goof, I think the fucking the Apollos. Was there
some ground type GMs?
Yeah, ground type GMs. The ball.
The sniper, the GM sniper.
Yeah, GM sniper who made his special guest appearance, taking out the Apollos 3.
MV fucking P.
That motherfucker was like, "Hey, dog. So we got a sniper over here. We're gonna take out the legs of this shit." And then he got pieced out. And I was like, "Well, grand opening, grand closing, but you did your job.
And I would say depending on the Gundam model would show, which one would sell more. When you look at if it's a high grade, master grade, probably not a perfect grade. I'd love to see a perfect. No, look, out of everything that they did with 8th MS Team, I would love to see a perfect grade Goof.
I think they have. Well, no, unless
they haven't.
Not even Rumble Rouse, Goof.
I don't think so.
Wow, huh, that's
I have not seen a perfect grade Goof.
Wow.
I was gonna say Japan loves them some fucking Zeon suits. Hold on, bro.
Look, you will find every version of Zaku being made in the master, at least a master grade.
Oh, I've seen the master grade ones easily.
No, I'm talking about every form. They've made like every Zaku a master grade. damn near every Zaku and Master Grade.
Surprised the Psycho fucking Zaku didn't get a fucking perfect grade. That's the one that's shocking to me.
It's like for perfect.
That shit's coming up.
No, see, for perfect grade, you gotta be like at the top of the damn food chain as far as Gundam models go. Like you have to be like the ultimate Gundam.
Shit. Hell, I thought the fucking Rick Dom at least would have got one, but nope.
No, because real talk, not one Gundam from G Gundam was made into a perfect grade.
I find that hard to believe, but yeah, I believe it.
You would think that the Shining Gundam would have had a perfect grade. It does not.
Jesus, that's damn. So they only really gave perfect
sure?
grade.
Hold on. You sure?
Every time, look, I go to the Gunpla store at least once a month. And I'm always looking for like what they have.
Are you checking online? Because again, Bandai gonna Bandai, and a lot of this shit gets released as like exclusives.
Okay, that is true. That is true that Bandai will Bandai, and if shit isn't exclusive, that's fine. But I'm talking about just shit that's like readily available. Like I could go outside my house, go to the Gunpla store, boom, pick it up. It's right there.
Oh, I got a list right here. Okay, so they did do a perfect grade. It was just Char Zaku.
Exactly. See, that's
Zaku
what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Zaku 2.
Yeah, it's only that one. Dude, that's like the most common, man. That's like saying, oh, Heroes Wing Zero, Endless Waltz version has got a perfect grade. Yeah,
fair enough.
Those are already going to be up there. Like I said, you have to be at the top of the damn food chain of Gundam models.
Yeah, GM Riser, Strike Freedom Gundam, RX Unicorn, Banshee Unicorn, Zaya 7 Swords, Sky Grasper. That's shocking. Sky Grasper from Seed.
Basically be the most popular character.
Yeah, Strike. The Titans. Yeah, the Mark II RX 178 Gundam from Zeta Gundam. Wow. Yeah, regular Zeta. Yeah. Wow. Yeah, Char Zaku. Yeah, that's the wow.
That's the only Zaku that's got a perfect grade.
That's crazy.
If any other Zaku that have
the green Zaku got a perfect grade too. So the green one and Char Zaku, they're the only two that got it. That's it.
Honestly, I count them as the same thing.
Okay, well, Char Zaku is a little different. His is like specialty.
Okay, yeah, his is different. He's got a different helmet and a different, and he's got like different weapons and shit. But I mean, like as far as like the base model, they're the same.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
Like I always wondered, like, how come the Tall Geese never got a perfect grade, or the Epion?
You would think, but you
got to be the
Wing Zero.
Top of the, like you said, top of the chain, King
You
Dingaling.
have to be at the top of the food chain. You have to be, 1, the most popular character, 2, the most popular Gundam model that everybody likes.
I mean, the Gundam from, I think the main Gundam from Stardust Memory got a perfect grade too. Yeah.
Of course, Unicorn is gonna get one with all those features and crazy shit. Go from all white to red to green. And the Unicorn splits open and all that.
Yeah,
dude, you already know a perfect grade of that.
Didn't you have the perfect grade of the red frame of Stray?
No, I had the high. You know what? It's funny you mention that. The perfect grade, that one only comes with one sword for the red Stray Gundam.
But the one Master has grade, 2.
Yeah, the Master Grade comes with two katanas and like his main weapon that can become a bow and arrow, a giant sword, or a gun.
Meanwhile, the Blue Stray has a big ass sword and 2 combat knives. That's about it.
Yeah. And then when you look at the perfect grade version of Red Frame, it only comes with one sword. It doesn't even come with this.
To be honest with you, man, I would have figured Norris's and the Easy 8 would have got a damn perfect grade. To be honest with you, because I would have.
You would think that.
Yeah, I'm sitting there trying to think. Like, didn't the perfect grade? Didn't like that shit come into real prominence right around Seed came out when Seed was trying to shoot an arm into the model kit scene?
Mm-hmm.
And of course, with Seed, Strike Freedom, Strike Freedom, Seed, Destiny, like all the main character models all got perfect grades.
Yeah, because if I remember right, that's one of the reasons why I see Destiny had a lot of the Zeon aesthetic designs in, because people were buying the model kits in like droves again, and Bandai again. Bandai gone Bandai. We got all these Zeon parts lying around. Let's just funnel this shit into the store and get people to get like Zeon suits so they can buy the Universal Century kits.
I mean, they fucking,
you know what's funny?
C repurposed that fucking Rick Dom suit multiple times over.
And I think what's gonna happen, is the same thing that happened on this YouTube channel that I watch. There's these guys. I'm pretty sure both of you have seen them before. they made a perfect grade-esque tall geese.
Wow.
Using parts from the Xianju the Xianju Stein and like two other model kits. They put all that together to make it look as close to the tall geese as possible. If tall geese was ever made into a perfect grade.
Wow.
Doing the Lord's work.
I think that's the one.
Yeah,
and it looked good too.
Yeah,
I mean they just used a whole bunch of spare parts and put it together to make it look as close to the tall geese as possible.
Yeah, but I will say this though, like I said, I really do think that 8th MS team is definitely worth a buy and watching and stuff. I mean, like I said, that other finale episode aside, taking that out, you'll be content with just watching 1 through 11 and be good to go because you don't really have to watch episode 12. And if you want to, then be prepared for disappointment.
I mean, it's still worth it. It's really still worth it. It's still good.
Yeah, I mean, I'll say this though. I do, like I said, we talked about this with Gundam Wing. I do appreciate it when this show came out on Toonami. It was during the Gundam Wing model kit wave and shit, and just I remember they had like the Norse Gundam and stuff, and I think I got it, and I don't know if I lost it. It might have gotten lost or something like that, or I think one of my cousins might have broke it or whatever. But I think I didn't trip because at that time I was just building it, and I was like, well, as long as you didn't break Green Gundam, I'm good. And then it was whatever and stuff. So I definitely need to track that down. But yeah, I would definitely. I think 8th MS Team is a great show. Probably one of my top Gundam shows and stuff. So
actually, I would like to know what Prime thinks.
Yes.
Thank you very much.
Well, I'm honored. Well, shocking surprise. I have to agree. Like, 8th MS Team is one of the top tier Gundam shows. It's in my top. Don't ask me right now what that list looks like because this shit changes with the wind. But it is worth your time, and again, it's on my list of things that used to people. It's like a gateway Gundam. If people are interested in Gundam, or like, what's Gundam about? It's one of the things that I show them. And if they're interested in beyond that, I go, well, come on, Gundam has some more shit to show you children.
You know what? I still want to know how some people don't like this.
There are people who don't like this? I'm shocked.
Yes. I'm not saying that. I remember, this is way back then, like I said, during the days us anime people used to really be heavy in forums.
I knew people didn't like. I knew people didn't
like this one.
No. You know what? I think too. I think what it was. I think they liked this one. A lot of people were not feeling OG Mobile Suit Gundam because they could, and I blame Cartoon Network a little bit on it, but not really because Network,
blame Bandai.
Okay, I blame Bandai
because Bandai's the one that pushed that shit on them. So the reason that we started off with Wing is because Wing had more contemporary-ish animation, and it was completely divorced from UC. So because let's be honest, if you're gonna jump into UC, you jumping into some fucking baggage.
Oh yeah.
So Cartoon Network just here. The Gundam show, and Bandai wanted some quick model kit money. So they figured because Gundam Wing self-isolated, this just be a good show to show. They did not expect Gundam to take off in America because for whatever fucking reason, Bandai Japan was like, the Westerners stand Gundam. Why would they want giant robots? Why would anyone like?
Why would they assume that we? Why would they assume we wouldn't like giant robots? That's shocking. That really is shocking.
And Prime, I can. And actually, I got something for that. See, Japan has this idea that whatever anime that seems to not be popular in their country, they'll give it to America with no problems. And trust me, there is a boatload of anime that was not popular here that went over to America and blew the hell up. But at the same time, the anime
being one of them.
Yeah, Big O. Hell, I can even go back to the 90s. Big O, Ninja Scroll, Ronin Warrior, stuff like that. Shit like that wasn't even that popular in its own country, comes to America and blows up. But the reverse of that is something that's popular in their country, they're scared to give it to America because they think it won't catch on over there.
You know what a good example of that is?
Like,
you know what a great example of that is, Eris? And you were surprised when I told you that it was actually in America, but only in small doses. And that was Doraemon.
Yeah.
You were like, wait a minute, Doraemon's in America? Like, yeah, it is. And every kid that actually watches it, they actually like it. My kids like it, Doraemon. I think they stopped making it. I don't know what Disney's doing with them right now. But yeah.
Shit, Doraemon's actually got a new movie that just came out.
See, and look, and Doraemon didn't come over here in the States until about 2016.
Mm-hmm.
How long? You see, and that's like you said, because it was so popular.
Don't even ask me how long Doraemon's been around. Holy dog shit. Doraemon has been around.
Yeah. And
like we're talking One Piece and freaking Conan levels of ages of how long that show's been around.
And the thing about Gundam is crazy to me in the fact that, like, when it came to Mobile Suit Gundam, when they finally got around to showing Mobile Suit Gundam, I remember a lot of people weren't feeling it because they felt it was boring.
Fucking Philistines!
And I was sitting there like, and it's like, damn, man. I mean, Cartoon Network was showing the show 5 days a week, so you're getting through the season pretty quick. It wasn't like it was one a week or something like that. It's like you're getting 5 episodes. I mean, maybe it's because of the animation style. I mean, the show did come out in the 70s, so I guess I get it.
It's the original. It's the first Gundam.
What kills me is like history fucking repeats itself, because what happened? Gundam recently aired in Japan, it got fucking canceled.
Mm-hmm.
They brought OG Gundam of America, they aired that shit. What happened? They pulled it from schedule. Like, what the fuck? First of all, if I had to show that list, I want you to know that I wouldn't include my favorite Gundam shows. I wouldn't include the OG Gundam because that'd be number one. Just because I fucking love that show. Like, it's a fucking show, and if the dated animation kind of bothers you, I tell people, well, you can maybe watch the movie compilation, which has, some updated animation in places, or you can maybe read the Gundam Origin manga instead, or maybe you can play one of the 1,000 games that goes over the story and has updated animation.
The Gundam Origin anime is pretty dope too.
But to say, the story of OG Gundam is fucking phenomenal. You should experience it in any form, shape, or fashion that you can.
You know how I did it? Now, I couldn't watch all of it. I watched a good chunk of it, but not all of it. You know how I got up with the story? I'm not even bullshitting to you. Gundam Dynasty Warriors. That's how.
Say, pick a fucking game, because they retell the story in several fucking games. Like, you just experience the story because it is fucking mwah.
Oh yeah, we're going to get to that one day. I just didn't I don't know why. I'm still thinking like I want us to do Stardust Memories. A part of me wants us to just bite the bullet and go right into Seed, because I want to get Seed done as quick as possible. But I don't know. I'm still thinking, should we go to MS? You know what I mean? It's still up. I have no idea.
You got Stardust Memories. I mean, you got the Zeta Gundam series and Double Zeta, and then you got Char's Counterattack and stuff. So I mean, I don't know.
I would say, if I had to say, I would say, tantalize that shit. Like, do all the 1 Year War stories around the original Gundam, then cap that shit off with doing the original Gundam.
Okay, fair enough.
That sounds good, but I kind of want to do Stardust Memories just to get it over with. And that does not take place during the 1 Year War at all, does it? Of course not.
Flashback scenes.
Yeah, flashback scenes, but like I told D, with Stardust Memories and stuff, it's essentially it basically tells you, how did the Federation become the assholes that they were in Zeta Gundam? Stardust Memories tells you all.
I've never seen Zeta Gundam, and I never seen Zeta Gundam.
The Titans. Oh boy, that's my second show. Watch fucking Zeta Gundam.
Zeta Gundam. Stardust Memory basically tells you, how did the Federation get to that point of being the assholes and form the Titans? Stardust Memory says it all right there. It's like, well, and again,
Zeta Gundam.
This Stardust Memories basically is basically, this is where the Zeon decided, you know what, we're gonna drop a colony on Texas. Fuck. That is
because Zeon. That's
exactly Leroy Jenkins. Boom, done.
Zig Zeon, nigga.
yo, you ain't lying.
Real though. I don't have a lot of time in my life, but I make time to have a yearly son, years rewatch all 50 fucking episodes. I make time for that shit.
Oh yeah, I got the box set for Zeta, and I was like, yes, thank you Bandai for doing that before you promptly left the U.S.
Before you killed yourself.
So we're going to get back into Gundam. I don't know if it'll be this year, but we'll get back to Gundam again. But that's the one thing I can say that's just not even a yearly thing. If we can get 2 in 1 year, that'd be nice. So we're done with Gundam Wing. We're done with G Gundam. We're done with in the Pocket, and now we're done with AFMS team. So like I said, I'll think about what the hell we're going to do next. And so next week, we're going to talk about a story that's really, really gay. It is gay. And I mean, wow. It is such a beautiful story.
Very progressive. Very progressive. Very, very progressive.
It's not progressive, man. It's a lot of child trauma in that jump. You know what? Here's the thing about Berserk. Berserk says, fuck your happiness. The world is full of misery and torture. And guess what? Before you know it, the thing you love the most, the thing you felt that was perfect, gets raped by something you hate. That's what Berserk is.
You know, Berserk was written by Brian Michael Bendis.
Bendis wishes that he wrote Berserk, sir. He wishes.
Prime.
Prime got me thinking that I'm gonna be sitting down. Like I'm gonna be sitting reading Action Comics one day, and Superman like kills somebody, and then it's like this big old scene where Lois Lane gets raped. Here's me. What the fuck?
For the love of God, Prime, I hate you so much.
If you're reading Superman comics now, I mean that's not that far off. I mean, he turned Superman into a part of my language, a fucking cuck.
I haven't read it
I
yet.
to use that, please excuse me.
I mean, hey, look. I will say this, Prime, save it because me and you gotta do our comic book shit next week, and that's something we gotta talk about. Because I haven't read it yet.
Do I really have to talk about?
I mean, hey, your rant. Hey, people liked your little rant about you know the crisis. Identity crisis.
Oh boy, folks hit me up.
Well,
hit me up.
well, Prime, since you did bring it up,
I know it's like he brought up Identity Crisis. People were like, man, I didn't know Prime didn't like Identity Crisis. I was like, well,
fucking Tom King. Do you see? Oh,